This is Jamey from Stonemaier Games. I'm getting set up for today's live play. There we go. Scored an 18.2 yesterday. Pretty good score there. I'm happy with that. And today we have Rolling Realms, Micro Dojo, and Architects of the West Kingdom. Again, all three promo realms here. If you don't have them, go to our website. You can get them. And if you don't have them, you can play along with any of the standard realms and just use the rolls that I make here today. And Rolling Realms, in this realm, you are writing down a number on one of the faces on these worlds, and you're trying to make it, and then you gain a resource associated with that world, and you're trying to do it so that when you complete one of those worlds, each of the numbers on the world are different, but the sum of the world is the same as at least one of the other worlds. So ideally, all three worlds would have the same exact sum, but each of the faces on each individual world would be different. In Micro Dojo, I feel like I played this one recently too. It must have come up in the last round or last game. You're going to cross off a number. I see Chad and Jonathan joining me here today. Hey, Chad and Jonathan. In Micro Dojo, you're gonna mark a number to gain the benefit, and then you'll, if you can, you will mark a number matching the other rolled die, and you don't gain that benefit. There are a few stars that you can earn in here, and you're trying to complete at least one row, one column, and ideally complete everything in the grid, which is very tough to do. I don't think I have done that yet. And last, we have Architects of the West Kingdom. This is one that I don't think I've played in a little while. So in this one, there's a row where you're trying to write smaller numbers from left to right. There's another row where you're trying to write bigger numbers from left to right. And there are a few other ways to gain some benefits down below. All right, let's jump in and see how we do with these realms. A 4 and a 6. 4 and a 6. What am I looking for here? I like low numbers generally in Rolling Realms, so those don't help particularly well with that, but maybe I can create one using a coin. A 4 and a 6. So let's see if I can get a coin out of Micro Dojo. I can indeed if I want. Yeah, let's use a 4. I think I'll do a 4. Yeah, I'll use the 6 over here in Architects. I use the 4 right here, and I gain a coin. And then I will mark off the 6. So the number that I didn't use in this realm, I need to mark it off somewhere, and I don't gain that benefit. So I'll mark off that 6 right there, lose out on a pumpkin that I could have gained. And then the 6, I want high to low numbers over here in Architect. So I'll put that 6 up there and gain a heart out of it. And then I'll use a 1 value coin to mark off a 1 in Rolling Realms. We'll just mark off that 1 and gain that coin right back. So maybe we can do it again in the next turn. All right, so far so good. Happy with that. Turn 2. A 5 and a 1. 5 and a 1. So I do continue liking getting early coins here. So I might do a 5 here and a 1 pumpkin maybe. So let's go with 5 and a 1. So 5 is another coin. And with the 1, I actually like low to high over in Architects of the West Kingdom. So why don't I put that 1 down here and get a pumpkin out of it? And I can now create another 1 if I'd like, which I do like. I want that. So I'll put a 1 over here and gain another coin. So I gained all the coins that I can from Rolling Realms, but there are more possibilities to gain coins in Architects and in Micro Dojo. All right. While I'm rolling here, can anyone tell me what Stonemaier game this shirt is from? A little Stonemaier trivia that you probably know, but maybe you don't. Let me know if you know what shirt this is from, what game of ours this shirt is from. I rolled a pair of 5s. Pair of 5s. Pairs don't really matter all that much in this set of realms. Does matter a bit for Micro Dojo, because I think what I need to do here, there are only 2 5s left. So I'll cross off. So I guess what I could do, though, is create a number and not necessarily cross off both 5s, because that would leave me without a 5, which is a little tricky. I don't know if I really want that. So I might create a number to use in Micro Dojo, and I'll use the 5 to cross off that heart. Let's go with the 5 over here in Architects of the West Kingdom. Keep it high. Gain a star out of it. And so I guess I could use the other one in Rolling Realms. I don't love putting a 5 over here, but it's also not terrible. Let's go for it. Let's put a 5. Let's put a 5 in the middle one. Get that one started. gain a heart out of it. And now I'm going to create a 1 value die and mark off a 1 here in Micro Dojo. Mark off that 1, gain a coin, and then I can mark off a 5. Here's a 5 right there, and I don't gain the benefit. Looking at the 2 dice that I have over here. Chad got his answer right. I won't say it out loud yet for my shirt question, but if anyone else wants to guess who maybe is in the future, because everyone here on Facebook now sees Chad's answer. But that's what I meant for you to do, Chad. You did the exact right thing. Yeah, all right. Turn 4. More 5s. Don't really want more 5s. 5 and a 3. 5 and a 3. But we did, it's the first time I see a 3. Chad says he's always impressed with Stonemaier Games' graphic design. Please let your designer know. Good job. Our designer is Christine. Christine has been our longtime graphic designer. And Carell actually has done some wonderful graphic design for Rolling Realm. So great credit to Carell for his work here. But yeah, it's been wonderful working with Christine for the last 10 plus years. 5 and a 3. Okay, so I could throw another 5 over in Rolling Realms if I wanted. I actually want a 5 in Micro Dojo, so I might use it there. I lean towards doing that. Let's put a 5 in Micro Dojo and get that star. That's a star. And now I need to cross off a 3 someplace else. I don't love using the 3 there. I prefer to use it in pumpkins. I have the perception that pumpkins are a little bit weaker, especially with this combination of realms. So I'll put it right here. It doesn't help me complete a row or column. That's okay. And I have completed, what we've done on Micro Dojo is you have these little dotted boxes. So if you do complete a box, you can circle around it to show that you've completed it. You don't have to do that, but you can. Here's what I'm talking about in case you can't see it. All right, so I've used the 5. I need to use the 3 someplace else. And I'll probably just create a 1 for Rolling Realms. Let's put a 3 over here. Ooh, I could go either way. I definitely want those stars. I actually will probably need pumpkins in Architects. So, 3, 4, 5. Let's put the 3 right here. 3, get some hearts. And I will use a 1 over here in Rolling Realms. Let's get that pumpkin. So I think I will need the pumpkins at some point in Architects of the West Kingdom. Okay, turn 5. Oh no. This is bad. Another pair of 5s. I've been rolling a lot of 5s, and I no longer have a place to use 5s in Micro Dojo, which is a problem. Fortunately, I want 5s in Rolling Realms, and I'll make it work in Architects. Yeah, I'll use a 5 over here in Architects along with a pumpkin to gain a star. That's fine. I'll use a 5 over here in Rolling Realms to gain another pumpkin, gain that pumpkin back. That's fine. Usually with pairs, when I have hearts, I would love to be able to use one of those pairs, but I can't really do anything with a 5 in Micro Dojo. At best, I can manipulate it, so I could copy a 5, turn it into a 6, but I still can't cross off another 5, so I don't know if it's useful. But I also don't want to go a whole round without doing anything in Micro Dojo. So, what to do? That's a conundrum. Well, I think the simplest approach is just to use a 1 and finish off this box and not cross off another number, rather than go through the hassle of creating another 5. Let's go with that. I will just use a 1 and cross off this 1. I can't cross off a 5, so I just get a heart out of it. That's rough. We need to stop rolling 5s. No more 5s. No more 5s. There we go. 3 and a 2. 3 and a 2. This is turn 6. A 3 and a 2. 2 actually works really well in Architects in both places. Yeah, let's put a 2 right here in Architects. No, because that could be a 2 or a 1. But this could only be a 2. Well, ideally, this is a 2. So let's make that a 2. There's a star in Architects. The 3... What can I do here? I feel like, oh yeah, so I'm a little pinch here. I might need to copy a number. I think that's what I will need to do. So let's use the 3 in Micro Dojo. I wish I could gain a star out of it, but I can't. But I can gain a coin, and I finished that box. I can gain a coin, and that finishes this row. That gives me a coin, and now I need to cross off a 2. Let's cross off the heart 2. I have plenty of hearts. And that completes a row. So the first completed row gives me a star. And now I need to copy a 3 or a 2 to put over here in Rolling Realms. I would say let's go with the lower of the 2 numbers. Easier to create lower numbers in general. So I will copy the 2. I need 3 hearts to do that. Copy the 2 and put it in... What do I want? I might need... I'll go for a heart. I'll put it right there. Go for a heart. Leaves me some flexibility here. All right. Turn 7. I feel like I'm running out of time here. We need some lucky rolls, I think. A 6 and a 2. Well, we needed that 2. The 2 sounds pretty good, actually. Because I know I need a 2 in Rolling Realms. 2 is also good in Architects. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. Let's put a 2. Well, let's do that one last. I think we'll do that one last. Let's put the 6 in Micro Dojo. There's a 6. Complete this box. Gain a star. And cross off a 2 elsewhere. Let's go with the 2. Let's finish off another box. Might as well. I'm going to miss out on a coin, but that's okay. There's a 2. So I used the 6 and the 2. I now need to use the 2 somewhere. I think that will be in Architects, and I'll just copy another one and put it over here. So let's use a 2 in Architects. Gain a star. Although I could use a 1 right there. I actually don't need that to be a 2. Hadn't thought about that. So I don't... Yeah, let's do that. Let's put a 2 here in Rolling Realms. Gain another pumpkin. And I'll just use a single coin right here. I guess the danger of doing that, here's what I'm looking at right now, is if I put a 1 there, then I'm done with that row. I can't get those 3 hearts. But I'm kind of okay with not getting those 3 hearts. It's a powerful benefit at the end of that row for sure. But I'm focused on getting stars here right now. So I think I will stick with the stars. So I have 4 stars so far in Architects. Got that too. Yeah, I don't think this is the round to double up necessarily. Yeah. Oh, I do need a 6 at some point. Should I go ahead and do that? So I would need to copy this 6 and yeah, I'm pretty confident I'm not going to finish Micro Dojo. So I could do the 6 now. Oh man, I'm going to hope that I roll a 6 in the final 2 turns. I think that's what I'll do. I'll wait a little bit here. All right. Famous last words. If you're in the future, you know if that was the right call. Already looking like it might not be the right call. Here's a 2 and a 3. I do like the 2 in Rolling Realms. Yeah, let's go with 2 in Rolling Realms. And gain a heart. And a 3. I do like a 3 in Architects. 3 is also decent in Micro Dojo. Might do both. So let's put a 3 here and gain 2 pumpkins. And in Micro Dojo, I think I copy the 3 here. Yeah, I think I copy the 3. I haven't used Micro Dojo yet, so let's copy the 3 and place it right here. Get back one of those hearts, and I have to cross off a 2. So here's a 2 right there. So I finished this box as well. I'm trying to complete one more. So I've completed a row. So I've completed this row. I'm trying to complete a column. I've set myself up pretty well as long as I get a 6 or a 4. Okay. Final roll. I think I kind of need a 5 and a 6 maybe. Maybe a 4. We'll see. Here we go. A 4 and a 2. 4 and a 2. So a 5 in Rolling Realms gives me 2 stars. Currently I have 1, 2 stars, 3, 4. A 5 gives me 2 more stars. So that's highly valuable. The 4 is good in Micro Dojo. 4 is also good in Architects of the West Kingdom. 2 is not. 2 is not very useful for this combination. So I might need to manipulate that 2 into something I can use. I don't know how much I can do with it though. So what do we do here? So 4 is 2 stars in Micro Dojo. I'm only getting 1 star out of Architects. So I think I might need to ignore Architects at this point. Take that 4, put it right here, because that completes a column. Completes a column, also gives me a star by default. That's the best I can do with Micro Dojo, I think. Oh, I don't have the heart though. Okay, what can I do? So here's where my mistake that might come back to hurt me. That 1 that I put there instead of a 2 could sting me now, because what I really want here is to copy the 4 and turn it into a 5 and put it in Rolling Realms. That's worth 2 stars if I can do that. But I can't copy it. I only have two hearts. So the best that I can do is turn this 2 into a 3 so that all numbers in this realm are different. I could also turn it into a 4 and put it over here in Architects, but that takes up more resources. So I think the way to go is to turn that 2 into a 3 and put it right here. What that does do is it gives me another heart. So I do have another heart now. That might be worth something. And that gives me another star. I'm not going to get 6 stars in Rolling Realms, but I will get 5. And let's see if I can do something now, because I can copy. Yeah, this actually does help. I can copy now and copy this 4 and use it in Architects right there to get another star. Not bad. 5 stars per realm. 3 left over, so that is a 15.3. Not bad. Fun combination of realms, tough combination of realms in some ways. I still haven't completed Micro Dojo, but I'll get there someday. I don't even know if I've gotten all 6 stars from Architects. Let me know in the comments if you were able to complete Micro Dojo, major accomplishment. Secondary major accomplishment if you completed Architects or got 6 stars out of Architects. Yeah, and let me know what you scored in the comments below. And remind me in the future that I scored a 15.3 here, so I can congratulate you on how you did better than my score, hopefully. Thanks for joining me. Chad, Jonathan, thanks for popping in to say hi live. And I'll be back tomorrow for round 3. I'll see you then. Bye.